In our ever-evolving search for the classic sports entrepreneur, the brains, the brawn, the looks, well, we found him. Jamey Rootes, CEO, President, Houston Texans, Greater Houston Partnership. So many things. How's that?
Got a lot of hats. A lot of hats. Need them. It's hot here.
It's
a lot of sun.
Good to know you got a lot of hats. So you're a bit of a fraud just on the outside, because all of the articles talk about your lifelong aspiration being president of an NFL team, yet Clemson soccer, Indiana MBA soccer, Columbus Crew, and you end up here. How'd that happen?
It was a dream of mine. As I grew up, I played football just like all the other kids in our neighborhood. It's the highest level of sporting in the United States. Actually, globally, you think of it, it's as big as it gets. And so I wanted to play on the biggest stage. You know, things I love about being here is, number one, the people. We have an amazing front office staff. Our ownership group is so supportive of the things we're trying to get accomplished, not only on the field, in the stands with our fans, but also in the community. And just seeing the smiles on people's faces. I know the Houston Texans are important in the lives of our fans, and that gives us great pleasure. And we do think we are making a difference for Houston.
And let's talk about people in the hometown and J.J. Watt for a minute. Now, he's a Wisconsin kid, but you wouldn't know it. And all the money that he raised for relief and then his unfortunate injury, what has that guy meant to you and this town?
Well, I've been doing this a long time, and I've seen a lot of athletes, and he's a rarity, right? He's what I call the trifecta. And these things coming together rarely happen. Somebody who's got amazing, off-the-charts, God-given talent. Talent isn't enough. To have a second-to-none work ethic, right? And then number three, to fully embrace the obligation that you have to give back to the community and the privileged position you are in to, by your actions, inspire others to go out and make the community a better place. Rarely do you find those three things together, and JJ absolutely has it. Enlightened athletes do that. They recognize that there is a shelf life. You are the kind of ambassador in the community, an agent for positive change. So many doors are open for an athlete like that, like JJ and others.
Athletes have an expectation and some empowerment, but also an obligation to do certain things.
Well, they do, and really the enlightened ones recognize the platform that they have for making a difference in the community. And it's not just dollars and time, but the symbol of your involvement draws others. As an organization, we have the same thing. We talk about, you know, when there's an opportunity for us to step up and lead within our community and by our actions show others what the right thing is to do. Don Shula put it best: I know of no other way to lead than by example. And the example that we set, because we are such a visible entity, can truly inspire others to make the city of Houston a much better place for everyone.
And you have the ability through the Texans Foundation to galvanize and find conduits for that kind of support. $26 million is the published number you've raised. Give us some examples of kind of the special stuff that the foundation has done.
Well, I'll tell you, underpinning it all, the United Way has always been important to us. We are the #1 per capita contributor to the United Way in Houston, #1 in the National Football League, always have been, and that's a broad platform. But we've also established what we call our strategic community partners: the Houston Texans YMCA, the Boys and Girls Clubs Teen Club, and the Houston Food Bank. And we thought we have the capacity to hit these three things with a banner of the champions for youth. And it's not just dollars, but there are a lot of dollars that go there. It's the time of our staff and our players. When we have something to do in the community, we go to these strategic community partners. When we have opportunities to promote in our games and in our media the works that these organizations are doing, those are our go-to guys. So we've really done a fewer, bigger, better approach, hopefully making a tremendous impact in the lives of Houston youth and Texan youth. And we see ourselves as the caretakers of a community asset. It's not our team, it's Houston's team. It's Texas' team. And we're here, we just have the good fortune to be at the helm, and we've got to make good decisions because it is such an important public trust.
So here's the exclusive headline grabbing question, which you know has to happen. I'm not a journalist, but I try to figure this out. So how long is it until you and Deshaun Watson go back to Clemson and hold that trophy up together and say, this is ours?
Oh, I tell you, that would be a dream, but it wouldn't be just Deshaun, it'd be all the Clemson players.
Oh yeah, okay.
We've got a lot of them on our team. We'll all get down there. That'd be great.
Yeah, I understand. And he would be one of the reasons, as humble as he is, he would be one of the reasons. Thank you, my friend.
I appreciate you.